We should have turned around. The first time Jake said, "Just up here." Jake was one of those people who could sound certain about anything. It didn't matter if he knew what he was talking about or not. If he said it confidently enough, people usually went along with it. That's how the four of us ended up out there. Me, Jake, Lenny, and Maddie, Jake's girlfriend at the time. He'd been talking for weeks about some swimming spot out in the bush hardly anyone knew about. It was a deep creek, rock ledges, clean water, no crowds. Lenny never bought it. Before it even left town, he said anyone talking about a secret spot usually just means somewhere they got lost once. Jake laughed. "I told you to trust me." I didn't really care either way. I just wanted to swim somewhere decent. We got there late afternoon. Jake pulled over near an old fire trail and said we'd leave the car there, walk the rest. Straight away, something felt off. No rubbish, no fresh tire marks, no clear tracks, just scrub and bush. Jake was already out of the car, walking in like he'd done it 100 times, so he followed. The first 20 minutes felt normal enough. Jake and Lenny were giving each other a hard time. Maddie kept asking how much further. Jake kept saying the same thing. "Just up here." Then he said it again. And again. Lenny drifted back beside me. He has no idea where he's going. I laughed, then I looked ahead and noticed Jake had slowed down. He wasn't walking like someone leading anymore. He kept glancing around, trying not to make it obvious. That was the first moment I thought we might be in trouble. The sun was dropping, and once it gets dark out there, it happens quick. Maddie asked how much further again, and Jake just pointed ahead. Not far. Then something snapped in the scrub off to our right. Just one branch, but close enough that all four of us stopped. Jake said, "It's nothing." Too quickly, like he said it for himself, not us. No one had much to say after that. He just kept walking. After that, the mood had changed properly. No one was joking anymore. Jake was still in front, but he'd lost that confident pace. He kept slowing down, looking around and picking a direction, then moving again, like he was making it up as he went. Lenny finally stopped. "Just be honest, do you actually know where you're going?" Jake didn't turn around. "Yeah." But there wasn't much in it. Maddie looked at the sky. "Shouldn't we be heading back while there's still light?" Jake waved behind us. "Car's back there somewhere. Creek can't be far." And that's when I realized he didn't know where the car was either. Lenny knew it too. He laughed once. "You've got us lost." Jake snapped around and said he knew exactly where we were, then pointed off through the trees. "There." There was nothing there. No track, just thicker scrub. We followed anyway, mostly because standing still felt worse. The light was dropping fast now. Everything starts looking the same at that time of day. Trees turn into shapes. Ground all looks level. You stop noticing where you came from. I checked my phone. No signal. Then, we heard something behind us. Not crashing. Not running. Just footsteps. Slow ones. A few steps through dry leaves, maybe 20 meters back. We all stopped, and the footsteps stopped too. No one spoke. We just stood there, listening. Jake called out first. "Hello?" Nothing came back. Then, from somewhere behind us, one slow step. No one wanted to stay there after that, and Lenny was the first to move. "We're going back." He started walking the way we thought we'd come. This time Jake didn't argue, he just followed. We stayed close together after that. No one wanted to drift more than a few steps from the others. The bush had gone quiet. No birds, no insects, just us, moving through the scrub. Every now and then we'd hear something off to one side of us, keeping pace. Never close enough to see, never far enough away to ignore. Maddie was crying by then, trying to hide it, and Lenny kept telling her we were fine, but he was talking too fast. You could tell he didn't believe it either. Then we heard movement ahead of us, not behind, ahead. There was something pushing through the trees, maybe 10 or 15 meters in front. We all stopped at once, and before anyone said a word, a rock came out of the dark and landed right in front of us, hard enough to spray dust over our shoes. Maddie screamed, and Jake actually stepped back. No one called out this time. No one wanted an answer. We started moving again after that. Quicker this time. Not running, just trying not to panic. No one wanted to be at the back, so we kept bunching up, getting in each other's way. Branches catching on clothes. People stumbling. Lenny kept telling us to watch the ground, and Jake hadn't said a word since the rock landed. Every now and then we'd hear someone moving off to one side of us. Then it would go quiet. Then we'd hear it somewhere else. Like it was circling. I don't know how long we walked like that. Could have been 10 minutes. Could have been 30. It felt longer. Then through the trees ahead, I saw something pale. For a second, I thought it was a person. Then I realized it was the side of Jake's car. No one said anything. We just moved faster. That little rush of relief you get when you think it's over. We came out into the clearing and saw the whole car. But there was someone beside it, near the back. Still, their head was lowered slightly. From the distance it looked like a man, but the way it held itself wasn't normal. Maddie grabbed my arm hard enough to hurt, and Jake yelled out again, "Hey!" The figure turned toward us. Then, all at once, it moved, quickly, around the rear of the car and out of sight. That's when everyone broke. Maddie screamed, Lenny took off first. Jake sprinted for the driver's door, and I was right behind him. Maddie stumbled near the back of the car and dropped her phone. The screen lit up in the dirt beside the rear tire. She turned to grab it, then froze. Something moved on the other side of the car. Lenny grabbed her arm and dragged her to the door, and Jake got to the handle, dropped the keys, then scrambled for them in the dirt. Lenny was yelling at him to hurry up. Maddie was crying. Jake got the door, and we all piled in, slamming doors behind us. No one looked back. I didn't either. I didn't want to see it standing there. Jake got us out of there hard enough to throw everyone sideways in their seat. Tires spun, then bit into the dirt, branches scraping down both sides of the car as we tore back onto the track. No one said anything for the first minute. You could hear all of us breathing. Maddie was crying quietly in the back. Lenny kept looking out the rear window like he expected something to be running after us. Jake had both hands locked on the wheel. I'd never seen him look scared before. After a while, Lenny spoke. "What was that?" No one answered him. Jake opened his mouth, then just shook his head. The road got smoother once we hit the main fire trail. The car settled down. Everything inside started to feel normal again. Then we heard it. Just one knock from the boot. Soft, but clear enough that I felt it more than I heard it. Lenny looked at me straight away. I could tell he'd heard it too. No one else said anything. Maybe they didn't hear it. Maybe they didn't want to. Jake tightened his grip on the wheel, and no one asked him to stop. By the time we got back to Jake's place, no one was talking at all. Streetlights, houses, other cars going past. All the normal things that should have made it feel finished, but it didn't. Jake pulled into the driveway and killed the engine. For a second, no one moved. Then everyone got out at once. Maddie went straight for the front door. Lenny stood there looking back down the street like he expected something to come in walking after us. Jake finally said it. "We're fine." It sounded more like he was saying it to himself. We all started heading inside, then Maddie stopped on the path. "Did anyone open the boot?" We all looked back. The boot was up, wide open. No one had gone near it. Lenny looked at me, then walked back first, and I followed him. Jake stayed where he was. We got to the back of the car and just stood there for a second before looking in. It was empty. No person, no animal, nothing moving. Just a damp smell coming out of it, and muddy smears across the linen inside. And sitting in the middle of the boot was Maddie's phone. Mud across the screen, the one she dropped beside the car. No one had gone back for it, and the emergency release handle was still hanging down. No one said much after that. Lenny left not long later. Maddie stayed inside all night. Jake kept trying to act like there'd to be some sort of explanation. I never heard one. What still gets me is this. Whatever was in that boot could have done something to us on the drive home if it wanted to. There were 4 of us in that car, with nowhere to go. But it stayed quiet the whole way. Honestly, I don't think it wanted us at all. I think it just used us.